welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Kyle Kuzma.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
So with Thomas sitting on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out there. They've got Kennard. Jackson is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Tatum in at the 3. And for the Spurs, Jakob Poeltl out there with Davis. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Morant in at the point. Oh, Stan, this should be a fun one. A clash at the center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, you know, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and you know they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I mean, I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Halliburton on the wing. Jackson passes to Kennard. Halliburton outside. That 3 off the mark. Davis dishes to Morant. About a minute played so far here in the first. Poeltl with a screen on Halliburton. Offensive rebound. Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And this is just AD doing what AD does, dominating the defense there and converting.
Right side Jackson. Here's Tatum. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now, here's Trent. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Morant with another miss. Down low, here's Kennard. It's hauled in by Trent. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Davis inside, guarded by Jackson. Got a piece of it. Davis against Jackson, just 5 to shoot. Poeltl, the pass to Mann. Offline with his 3.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Now here's Tatum, defended by Mann. Jackson from long range. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Jackson brings so much value with his ability to space the floor.
And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys. Morant against Halliburton. Pass to Trent. Back to Morant. From the arc. Cranes the three-pointer.
Well, look, he's struggled so far, but maybe that basket is all he needs to get going.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich. He noted how much extra film they're watching heading into this, and one guy that jumped out at them was Kristaps Porzingis. He said scoring over that guy is a challenge. It's not just the size, it's how well he positions himself. And he's a patient shot blocker. He waits for you to make your move. We'll see how they approach it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. That free throw good from Porzingis. The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
I love that assessment, but I do think you're his peer.
Not in any way.
Tatum with it. Picked up by Davis. Kennard, the pass to Tatum. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And guys, it's no easy task defending Tatum inside. You can body him up, bump him, he'll still find a way.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
Kennard against Trent. Pass to Tatum. Three-pointer. Rebound, San Antonio. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect it.
And he gets it to go.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Here's Porzingis. Some solid defense from Pirtle. And it's Davis with the ball for the Spurs. Pass to Morant. Trent against Tatum. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. In fourth, the Spurs.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Morant against Halliburton. Out left to the wing. Now here's Porzingis. Defense is right there. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. The Spurs have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Pass to Trent. Back to Morant. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Tatum down low. Defended by Man.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Morant with it. Pass to Trent. Back to Morant. Hits the jumper in space. Morant's got 5 now.
You know, not a good start for him offensively. Just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
And now look at Jason Tatum here. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb, averaging about 27 points per, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
San Antonio's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Morant kicks to Davis. Halliburton against Pirtle. Over Halliburton. Another one falls for San Antonio. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Tatum. Halliburton finds Porzingis. Cleveland moving it around. 5 to shoot. And there's the bucket from Tatum. Tatum's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And there's the frame being put to use by Tatum. He knows he's dangerous down low.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Connect, he's checked in for Trent. And here's Morant. He had 37 points last game out. Davis gets a wide open look. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Davis has got 7 points in the game.
It's always a good sign when the 3 is falling for Davis. It really opens up the rest of his game.
Halliburton against Morant. Thomas gets the bucket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
San Antonio with the ball after Cleveland got the 3-pointer. And it's Morant missing.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Thomas, that's good.
Yeah, great read by Tatum there. Recognizing the overcommitment and making the defense pay.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Cavaliers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Halliburton is screen on Davis. The 3 from Tatum.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by Cleveland. Back to Morant. And the Spurs scoring again.
Well, normally Morant is scoring off the dribble. It's good to see him being effective off the ball.
That's good from Thomas on the assist by Halliburton. Thomas got 11.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Here's Connect. Thomas covering. Pirtle dishes to Morant. 6 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. From the line. And it's Davis missing. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 13-5 run. Outside Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
That's a big-time move by Jason Tatum. I don't know how many style points you give him on that one.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the Nuggets.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Man can't hit. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Things really clicking for them at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Well, this is what you love to see. Porzingis attacking the rim.
Here's Morant. The Cavaliers making the shot. Pass to Connect. There's the 3. They get it back. Davis. That one doesn't drop. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
It's Thomas on the wing. Defended by Pirtle. Thomas, no luck. Spurs trail by 7. 23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. High post, Davis. He's against Porzingis. They could use a bucket, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Davis has got 9.
Too easy there for Davis, just using his length to his advantage inside.
The 3 from Tatum. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Cleveland ahead, leading by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Cavaliers so far in this one?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
And it's Conley with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. When this game is finished, they'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. So on the floor for Cleveland. Peyton is out there with Santi Aldama. And there's Jackson. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Thomas in at the shooting guard. Now here's Jackson. Tipped away. Stolen by Michael Conley. Connect with it. Thomas is on him. And Connect gets it to go.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Peyton. Outside Thomas. And here's Jackson. Rebounded by the Spurs. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Connect. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. 5 points in the game.
And I like Davis's decision-making. Fantastic. Always great at understanding when to move the ball.
It's stolen by Davis. Pass to Connect. Here's Kuzma. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Well, Cleveland shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Here's Jackson. A rebound by the Spurs. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Conley. And here's Plumlee. Spurs working the ball around now. Davis kicks to Conley. His 3-pointers off the mark. Jackson against Davis. Jackson passes to Jackson. Here's Payton. Jackson a screen on Davis. Jackson against Davis. Launches it. Jackson misses. Spurs have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Pass to Connect. Now here's Plumlee, guarded by Jackson. Davis with a screen on Jackson. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Another great decision in the career of Mike Conley. As good as it gets moving the ball.
And stolen by Kuzma. Here's Plumlee. It's rebounded by Payton. Cavaliers trailing. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Davis against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Aldama. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Aldama's got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he is checked in for Plumlee. Mann comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Trent's checked in for Connect. And it's John Morant in for Mike Conley. Then for the Cavaliers, Kennard, he's checked in for Gary Payton. Halliburton subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Cavaliers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Halliburton. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's Thomas. 11 points in the game. Jackson has the open look. Sinks the triple. Jackson's got 6.
A strong 3-point shooter. Jackson Jr. responds.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Trent. Back to Davis. Oh, Davis absorbing the contact.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Now here's Davis. Following the miss shot by Jaren Jackson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, That's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story. Here's Morant after Cleveland got the three-pointer. Pass to Trent. Back to Morant. Here's Davis. It's rebounded by Cleveland. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. That did not happen.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Cleveland. And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. In fourth, the Spurs.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
Kennard with a screen on Davis. The three from Tatum. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. Morant's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Looking to get it going. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Tatum's got his fifth rebound in this one. Left side, Halliburton. They now take the lead. Halliburton's got his first 2 points of the night.
An effortless finish from Halliburton. The defense has to be more aware down low.
Trent passes to Davis. Now Morant. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Morant's got it all tied up now for the Spurs. Pass to Aldama. Now here's Jackson. Now Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. Now Tatum, guarded by Morant. Fader on the way. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. Morant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside, Davis. Man with it. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists now in this one.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now, here's Kennard. Still scoreless. Here's Halliburton. And Pirtle pulls it down. Spurs leading by 3. Shoots from 14. Here's Davis. Aldama with the rebound. Aldama's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Halliburton. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against New York.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Pass to man. Here's Davis. He's covered by Halliburton. Davis using his size.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Payton's checked in. Now a look at the stats for Gary Trent.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Aldama finds Payton. Kennard with the ball. Defended by Trent. Kennard the pass to Tatum. Halliburton against Morant. Pass to Kennard. 2 on the clock. They need this. Rebound, San Antonio. Now, man to the paint, deflects the pass. Hurdle. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline a little bit, in his own mind, he's still that guy he was in his best years, but you have to limit his role, not get him as many shots, things like that, and there can be some tension, and it's with a guy that you have huge, huge respect for.
That's a great example. Coaching an aging star. Very difficult. And both free throws. Good for Aldama.
Well, not the place Aldama makes the biggest impact. He specializes elsewhere on the court.
Pass to Man. Morant with the screen on Tatum. Man passes to Purtle. Goes back up. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and two shots coming up. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
San Antonio shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in the game.
And really they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And that one falls for Man.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
That one is no good. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Bounce pass, Halliburton. Shots good by Kennard.
At this kind of range, it might almost be too easy for Kennard.
San Antonio's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Man finds Davis. Back to Man. 4 on the shot clock. And here's Trent outside. The rebound by Payton.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Lets it go from deep. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Now we get a chance to look at Tyrese Halliburton. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. And tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass and strike. Now Trent, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Davis staying with it.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Kennard. Tatum on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. Jackson passes to Kennard. Now Halliburton. And here is Tatum. He's guarded by Davis. It's good. Tatum's got 10 points.
Elite players beat good defense. Players like Tatum leave you thinking, how do I stop this guy?
Now here's Davis. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
Trent gets the bucket.
Well, after a silent first quarter, This is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Tatum, that's for two. Tatum with another miss.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Here's Mann. Right side Davis. Over Tatum. And it's Davis missing.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Cleveland shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And he makes the first.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Spurs. Conley now comes in for Morant.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
Now here is Davis. He's got 17. The offensive rebound. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs.
And how about that display of athletic ability? Kuzma can contort his body when converting on those difficult shots.
And Tatum puts up a deep 3. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. Guys were in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hi, everyone. Let's start things off by checking out the Player of the Month award recipients. The Western Conference winner, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, the Greek Freak, always a great pick for this award because he's so consistent. Gives the team an anchor on both ends. He's always getting better, and his teammates love playing with him. Such a great guy.
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the San Antonio Spurs.
Offensive rebounding is like an ATM, cashing in extra chances to score. Trust me, that's a fun way to play.
I do. Trust a guy with over 4,000 offensive rebounds. Also, the guards love the extra kickouts from the paint.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Spurs leading by 8. Gary Trent is out there with Morant. Then there's Davis. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Splitter in at the 5 down low. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader. But he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Here's Morant. Over Halliburton. Morant finds Kuzma.
Well, Tatum has some length on him. That really helps him be so effective on defense.
The three from Porzingis. A rebound by the Spurs. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Now, here's Trent. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Morant's got 15 points.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Pass to Kennard. Outside, Porzingis. Halliburton against Morant. 5 on the clock. From 13. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
The touch on Halliburton's shot really opens the floor up for him, letting him get to that mid-range.
Pass to Trent. Fires from deep. Morant with another miss.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Here's Porzingis. Nifty move. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage and able to finish that one above the rim.
Now, here's Trent. 6 points for him. The three. Morant with another miss.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Kennard kicks to Halliburton. Outside Tatum. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Rebounded by the Spurs. Pirtle's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Morant passes to Trent. Back to Morant. Takes a three. Morant with another miss.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
And here's Tatum for three. Nailed from three-point land. Tatum's got 14 points for the game. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And here are the top free throw shooting teams this month. You don't want to put these guys in the line too often. In third, the Cavaliers.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Pirtle dishes to Davis. Morant kicks to Davis. Pirtle against Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Morant's got 5 points now in the quarter. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Now here's Tatum. 14 points for him. Tatum against Davis. Morant surveying the D. Kuzma. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Halliburton passes to Kennard. Tatum against Davis. Pass to Porzingis. Lets the 3 fly. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now here's Morant. He's got 17. Kennard against Kuzma. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics. And there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage. So an adjustment was made. The fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well. And I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed. No doubt about it, D.A. Halliburton, no good.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Cavaliers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Pass to Trent. Back to Morant. It's good from long range. Morant's got 22 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the Spurs with some changes. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Mann comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Conley in for Morant. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Outside, Porzingis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Porzingis has got 5 points now this quarter.
And with that 3 ball, he puts a halt to the 12-point run by the Spurs.
Davis, the pass to Mann. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Outside Jackson. They set the pick. Right side Tatum. Beyond the arc. And Davis sends it back.
At this point, finding blocks comes naturally for AD. He just anticipates and attacks the basketball.
Now, here's Trent. 17-point lead, their biggest. Davis against Tatum. Davis, the pass to Plumlee. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Tatum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Davis.
Well, this is the kind of pressure Tatum puts on defenses. He forces them to compromise with the foul.
Shooting two.
The first free throw is good.
And looking at Tatum's game, he really doesn't have a weakness. He can give it to you in a variety of ways.
Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And so he makes both from the line. So it's the Spurs now. Outside, Davis. Out to the wing. And it's Trent in the corner. Off target from three-point range. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Cavaliers. Down by 15. They host the Kings after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. The Cavaliers shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside, able to practically play on top of the D.
Trent outside. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
Now, here's Tatum. He's got 16. Good on the three-point shot.
Solid from three. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
Conley, the pass to Davis. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Cavaliers trail by 11. The three from Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 6 assists now in the game. The Spurs shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Now here's Conley. Nothing on the board. The three from Davis. And Davis nails the three.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Thomas, no good. Spurs leading by 11. Even now, Stan in his late 30s, Mike Conley still able to perform at a very high level.
Well, Kevin, his father was a gold medalist in track and field. So even as Mike Jr. has maybe lost a step, he's still able to compete athletically.
Now, here's Trent. Here's Plumlee. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Conley against Thomas. Halliburton outside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Now that's how you finish off an alley-oop. Outstanding initiative by Porzingis there.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Mann. Back to Davis. And another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a member of the NBA 75 team, Anthony Davis is the rare franchise player, someone you build your entire organization around.
This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him.
And one of the best big men in the game. Davis continuing to prove how dominant he is.
A different look now for San Antonio. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Plumlee. Alec Burks comes in for Mann. And it's Connect in for Trent. Cleveland also making some changes. Santi Aldama comes in for Porzingis. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Halliburton.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
And that one drops for him. Thomas got 16.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Davis setting the pick for Kuzma. San Antonio again missing. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Jackson looking it over. Tatum against Burks. Tatum kicks to Thomas. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Pass to Burks. The 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Aldama's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Thomas. Burks pulls it in.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Yeah, that's an outstanding defensive stand in close.
Davis with a screen on Tatum. Here's Burks. 11 feet out, and he hits it. And the Spurs lead by 8.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Pass to Aldama. There's 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Tatum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Davis.
I'll tell you, not many players are better at forcing a defender to foul than Tatum.
The Cavaliers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Shoot 2.
No good on that one. A different look now for San Antonio. Plumlee comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's John Morant in for Mike Conley. Kennard, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Good on the second free throw. Here's Morant. 22 points for him. Pass to Plumlee. Here's Burks. Another shot. And there's the nice layup by Plumlee.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
The 3 from Tatum. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Connect in the corner. Kuzma finds Morant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Morant.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the San Antonio Spurs. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Gary Payton II. Luke Kennard out there with Tyrese Halliburton. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Thomas in at the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Oh, a fantastic combo guard. Halliburton understands really how to score as well as distribute the rock.
Now here's Kuzma. Spurs passing it around. And Davis gets it to go.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Halliburton against Conley. Halliburton, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Outside, Davis. Six on the shot clock. And they double up Davis. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Thomas outside. Another 3 for Cleveland.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
And so it's San Antonio with it after the Cavaliers pick up 3. Here's Davis. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
The foul couldn't hold Davis down. His scoring ability is just that strong.
Halliburton with it. It's Thomas on the wing. Halliburton outside. Looking to get back on track here. And he lays it up and in.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
Conley the pass to Purdy. Davis in the corner. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Mann's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Trent comes in for Connect, and it's Morant in for Mike Conley. Here's Aldama. On the wing, Payton. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Kennard.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Now here's Morant, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Halliburton outside. Kennard with a screen on Morant. Halliburton drives in. Payton outside. Inside. And Aldama slams it in.
And look at how well Aldama moves, setting the screen but then quickly moving into scoring position.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Mann. Back to Davis. Here's Mann. Thomas covering. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And that one falls for Mann. Porzingis is checked in for Gary Payton. Both free throws good from Mann. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. 9-point game. To the middle. Here's Thomas. It's hauled in by Trent.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And it's Davis missing. Cleveland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Snatched away. Puts it up from 7. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
A different look now for Cleveland. Jaren Jackson. He's checked in for Santi Aldama. And it's Jason Tatum in for Halliburton. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Outside Jackson. Morant with the steal. Goes up. And it's Davis with the jam.
Well, Morant is so fast with his hands, both defensively and making quick passes.
Pass to Porzingis. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Jakob Poeltl. That free throw good from Porzingis.
Yeah, and when healthy, Porzingis is still a very effective player and an important part to his team's success.
Spurs leading by 11. Now here's Morant. Davis kicks to Morant. Shot clock at 5. And there's the drive. And finished off by Morant.
Well, this is one of those nights where Morant just decided to take over.
Pass to Kennard. Back to Tatum. Cleveland moving the ball around. To the paint. Here's Thomas. And it's a great finish!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. The Spurs have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Mann passes to Davis. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Spurs with possession. 17 points was their biggest margin. Shot clock at 2. Trent can't hit.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And that's simply Tatum making the hustle play, wanting it more than the opposition.
Pass to Trent. Back to Morant. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Outside Jackson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Now Trent. Back to Morant. Poeltl sets the pick for Morant. Sinks the three-pointer. Morant's got 17 points here in the second half.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And what a take by Jackson. And he's almost automatic at the line, so you might as well add that next one.
And Cleveland making a change here. Halliburton's checked in. Now here's Morant. Outside, Davis. Back to Morant. Hurdle with a screen on Halliburton. Here's Morant. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Morant's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Porzingis with a screen on Morant. Halliburton outside. Tatum setting the pick for Halliburton. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, he was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Morant passes to Davis. Here's Pirtle. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Rebounded by the Spurs. Trent's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Morant. Back to man. And it's Davis at the elbow. Over Jackson. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got 36.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Porzingis sets the pick for Jackson. Halliburton outside. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And he's now got the double-double. 12 points and 10 assists. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They lead by 7. Pass to Trent. Back to Morant. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Left side, Tatum. Shoots over man. Tatum's shot is off. Spurs have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Pass to Pirtle. Spurs passing it around. The fadeaway. Rebounded by Jackson.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots. Well, you know who their number 1 option is when they need a big bucket, and Tatum rarely disappoints.
San Antonio making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. And he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late. Guys?
Thank you, David. Porzingis with a screen on Davis. Fires from the line. Tatum with another miss. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Trent finds Morant. Davis with a screen on Halliburton. Now here's Morant for 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Kennard the pass to Jackson. And here's Tatum for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. 17 points was their biggest margin. Halliburton against Morant. Fires for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. And now a 10-point Spurs lead.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Tatum against Davis. 16 feet away. Man with the rebound.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Morant against Kennard. Doubled by Halliburton. Trent passes to Mann. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Davis. Misses the 3. And the Cavaliers with possession. Trailing by 10. And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's hauled in by Trent. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on